What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the release. We are not dead. We are alive. We're here. We're filming. This is not the 100th episode. This is 99.5, all right? We
Yeah.
understand the 100th episode is taking a lot of time to prepare, making some last-minute changes and stuff with that. The 100th episode is going to be a big one, and it's going to be good. But we felt like we needed to give you guys something, man. We've gone the entire summer without filming. It feels weird. So
Yeah, man.
we're here to
It's been
film.
busy.
Yeah, it's been real busy, man. Starting up school again, but you know what? Exams and stuff. You guys know how university works. All the assignments don't really come until later in the year, so we'll be
Yeah.
a little more consistent. We'll get that 100th episode, you guys, soon. We are looking forward to it. It is gonna be great. But I just want to say thank you guys for continuously supporting us throughout, and just continuing to be good fans and supporting this TikToks and the small posts that I do every once in a while. It means a lot. So we can't wait to do this 100th episode for you guys, because I know that we're just going to grow so much more and stuff like that. Number 3, peep the link tree in my Instagram bio, all right? _Ramos.David_ in there says support the release financially. That means you guys can give us little donations, help us get bigger than we already are, help us continue to succeed. It will be extremely appreciated. Number 4, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a 5-star review, do all that stuff, because that way we can continue to go even bigger and eventually get monetized. But without further ado, let's get this started. So we all know that the FIBA World Cup of basketball is going on right now, and we all know that there's been some twists and some turns. There's been some crazy
Yeah,
stuff.
for
The
sure.
FIBA story writing has been really good this year. So
Facts.
Jordan, what are your initial thoughts on the games so far?
I guess we could talk about USA and Germany. That one was, I'm very surprised about that.
Great game, by the way.
Yeah, Dennis Schroeder was hooping. Daniel Tice played well. There was this other guy, I can't remember his name, but he had like 22. His name started with O. I can't remember his name.
Obst?
Oh yeah, Opes. Yeah, he played well. And Franz Wagner, man. A lot of people were talking about Dennis Schroeder, but he, like, if we're talking about an NBA game, that man is nice, bro. Lord, that man's really good. Orlando, they got something going on with that man. Him and Paulo, like
Mhm.
he's just really good. Like,
Yeah, no, those Wagner brothers are crazy as well. But Franz is clearly
yeah,
outshining Mo. Um, Overall, my first impressions of that American Germany game, incredible game, by the way. Germany's just the coaching, the chemistry, just Euro basketball is so different, right? The ball
yeah,
is always moving, super entertaining. They move super fast. If you notice during European basketball, when the Euro teams are playing, they never use the full shot clock. They always have 10 to 15 seconds remaining, because it's always like that 7-second offense mentality, right?
hmm
Germany's probably going to go on to win, but I just wanted to touch on Canada versus Serbia. It was rigged. Overall, I personally believe that that was just poor refing against Canada in that game, but it was also poor refing against Slovenia in the game before. Uh,
Oh
but
yeah,
I
yes.
definitely think Canada impressed everybody. And especially when we get Jamal Murray and Andrew Wiggins, hopefully for the Olympics, I think we're going to be a serious gold medal threat. But
hmm Yeah, Serbia is going to be tough though, because
Serbia, yeah,
they did that without Jokic. Just for people who don't know that,
bro,
like no Jokic, and they're already beating the second most talented team, that the second best favorite, which is Canada. So that's without their best player. So that's they're
yeah.
going to be tough.
And bro, every single player on that team plays like Jokic. Like, it's so hard to defend because they play at their own pace, but they play fast, and then they're constantly passing, cutting. Like, it's just, oh my god, they have
That's how they
crazy
play,
amounts of
man.
assists and rebounds every single time. It's a great team to watch, really.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean Canada, I feel like they should be fine. Their
Yeah,
roster's pretty solidified. It's US. They have a lot of big decisions to make.
tell
But
me
there's
about it,
some
bro.
guys who they played well. Shout out to Anthony Edwards. He
Yep,
played well throughout the tournament.
shining.
Austin Reeves actually played well throughout most of the tournament. There's some guys who they should keep. To me, Edwards, Reeves, Mikal, and Tyrese. I'll keep everybody else. They can be packed up, bro.
Got
Because
to get him out of here.
one, also Steve Kerr, bad coaching. Jaren
Yeah,
Jackson Jr. at center, well, which even though he's power forward. Um, Brunson starting when the team works better with a pass first point guard never really
Yep.
made sense to me. But so yeah, they had Walker Kessler, who's like one of the best young rim protectors in the league, and he barely got any playing time. So yeah, so pack up the coach,
Yeah.
pack up most of the guys, and they need like Tatum and Booker to come back. That's what they need.
Listen, bro, I can't wait to see that Olympic team. But you know what Steve Kerr said yesterday? It's not 1992 anymore. And I really like how he said that because he's right. The world is evolving. Europe is evidently taking over, and then East
Yep.
Asia and Africa are on the rise too. Like it's just gonna be crazy in the future when we're older. But yeah, I think they gotta get Tatum, they gotta get Booker in there. They'll probably get Jaylen Brown. In terms of coaching, I want to see Mike Brown coach.
Yes, he would be a good
I
coach.
feel like Mike Brown would be an incredible coach for this team, for this
Yeah.
American team. But speaking of Mike Brown, last year he was Coach of the Year. And so let's just talk about awards right now.
Hmm.
Let's do our way too early award predictions. The season hasn't even started yet, but I want to do this now. So let's get it started with most improved player. Then we'll move on to sixth man, coach of the year, rookie of the year, DPOY, and an MVP. So let's start it off with MIP. Who's your most improved player this year?
My most improved player, there was a couple of people that I had. Just for some honorable mentions, Shaden Sharp was one of them. He was
Nice,
really close.
nice.
Um, there's Jordan Poole for, I guess he's gonna get more shots, but I don't think he's gonna really improve as a basketball player.
He
He's
doesn't
gonna,
want to be in Washington, bro.
yeah, he's just gonna take more shots. It's gonna be inefficient 27.
Yeah.
But my real pick is Cade Cunningham. He's my pick to win most.
Ooh.
Yes,
Okay.
I think he's gonna take that next step into becoming an all-star caliber player, especially in the East with not a lot of guards. So Monty Williams coming up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like I've always been high on him before he went into the league.
Yeah.
6'7", got that feel, play defense, could pass,
Yeah.
high IQ. So yeah, he's my pick, man.
Yeah. I forgot Monty Williams is teacher is his coach in that Detroit Pistons team now.
Yeah,
For my most improved player, honorable mention to Austin Reeves. I feel like I don't see why he wouldn't start this year. And
he
I feel
should.
like he will get a lot of good minutes and show himself truly. But my official pick is Mikal Bridges. He
Mm,
balled out for the second half of the season last year, and I feel like he'll continue to do so. I think he'll get an all-star appearance, and I feel like he could go out there, average 23, 6, 4, and it's 2 steals. Like I feel like he could actually go nuts this year and not necessarily lead them to a solid playoff spot, but I feel like Mikal Bridges can lead that Nets team to a play-in spot. Uh, especially with pieces like Lonnie Walker now and stuff like that. But I
and
feel like
Claxton.
yeah, and Claxton. I feel like Mikal Bridges is really going to shine and show himself this year. Moving on to sixth man of the year. Lots of new choices this year. Who you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a team. I'll go with a Western Conference team, Sacramento, and I'm gonna go with Malik Monk.
I respect that pick.
Yes, I think the Kings are gonna be really good this year in the regular season,
Yeah.
and yeah, Malik Monk was really good in the playoffs against the Warriors. He was like
Yes,
their
he
third,
was.
like their second to third best player
Bro,
at
didn't he
some
drop
point in
like
the
30
series.
one night?
Yeah, so yeah,
Like, come on. Yeah, Malik Monk's a great player. I'm looking forward to see what the Kings do in the playoffs this year because I have no doubt in my mind with the players and the coaches that they have that they'll be a playoff squad. I just want to see them make it, second round,
further.
maybe even a
Yeah,
Western Conference final. But I feel like they need a year or two more to just develop a little bit longer, and then
facts.
they'll be a serious threat. But my sixth man of the year, I just want to give an honorable mention to Norman Powell and Isaiah Quickly. Uh,
Hmm.
yeah, if the guy that I choose doesn't get it, or Isaiah, I mean Emmanuel Quickly, if the guy I choose doesn't get it, then it's going to go to one of them. But my choice is Chris Paul. I really don't think he's
Yes,
going to start this year. If they
hopefully.
start him, I feel like he's that Steve Kerr's stupid.
Yeah,
But if he doesn't start, he'll be a great playmaker off the bench. I could see him dropping like 14 and 7 with a steal off the bench, which is very, very impressive numbers. That's also really high hopes and high standards for Chris Paul. But I think he can do it.
it's a valid pick. It's
Yeah,
valid.
he'll be a good spark plug off the bench, and he'll just provide some great playmaking, which is something that the Warriors team will love.
Hmm.
Moving on to Coach of the Year.
All right. So I got some runners up. Frank Vogel if the Nets do good, I feel
Oh, come on,
if
bro.
the Suns do good, he will definitely be in that conversation. Mike Malone, and Darvin Ham are my two other, but I'm gonna go with the reach, one of my reach awards. And I'm gonna go with Rick Carlisle of the Indiana Pacers.
You're big on that Pacers squad, eh?
I just they got a good point guard. He got Benedict Mathurin, who has the potential to be like a really good scorer. They
Can't
got
wait to see how
Bruce
he develops.
Brown. They have Miles Turner. They have Jarris Walker. Like they did good in the
Yeah.
draft. So if that team is somewhere in the playing spot, I feel like that's a sign of good coaching. And teams that overexceed expectations, they usually win these awards. So I'm gonna go with
Yeah.
that's my pick though. That is my
Yeah.
pick.
Man, good young core that Pacers team has. I feel like you could see what they were when Victor Oladipo was back in his prime, and I feel like we could see that team but better, especially with Rick Carlisle coaching and the teams that they picked up.
Yeah.
But for me, honorable mention to Ime Udoka. Just in case my guy doesn't win it. I'm also reaching with this one a little bit, but give me Darko Rajakovic, okay?
Mm.
I'm
If the
telling you, call me biased all
The
you
Raptors
want.
are good, I mean, if the Raptors are good, that could happen.
Bro, new team, new coach, serious changes are going to be made. He's even said it. Masai Ujiri said it. The Raptors, you'll see us start utilizing more Euro ball, like
Mhm.
scoring faster, playing more aggressive defense, passing the ball more often. I think the Raptors are genuinely going to surprise a lot of people, especially with the way we play some of our young guys like Marquise Noel and Grady Dick. Marquise Noel, big sleeper pick, by the way. I can't wait to see how he plays. And Grady Dick gives us that beautiful 3-point shot that we so
Desperately need, yes.
desperately need. So I can't wait to see how what's his name, Darko Rajakovic, if I'm saying that correctly, does with our squad. It'll be very
Hmm.
interesting. Now, moving on to the bigger awards, starting off with Rookie of
Wait,
the
who'd you
Year.
pick?
Oh, I but for Coach
Did
of
you
the
say
Year,
you picked? Yeah.
Darko.
Oh, damn! I thought that was honorable mention. I'm
Oh
like,
hell
wait.
no, no, no. Ime Udoka was the honorable mention. Darko is my pick.
Okay, okay. All
Yeah,
right,
bro.
let's see. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, but moving on to Rookie of the Year, big, big, good draft class this year. So there's a lot of options. So Jordan, I probably already know who you got, but
All
let's
right.
hear it.
So Scoot Henderson's one person. That's my honorable mention. But I feel like it's going to be between the two bigs. Chet Holmgren, I almost considered him because he's probably going to be the most ready NBA player,
Yeah,
and OKC will be good. I assume so. I think they will be. But it's Victor Wembanyama for me. That's my pick. That's my
yeah. There's not a
pick.
lot of explaining I got to do there.
Yeah.
Uh, honorable mention to Amen Thompson. I really can't wait to see how he does after he gets back from his sprained ankle injury. Uh, he was out for the rest of the summer league after what a game or two. So, but he was doing well. He was doing fairly well before he got injured.
Yeah,
So I
he's
can't wait
good.
to see how he does before he gets back. But my rookie of the year is Asar Thompson, his twin brother. Dominated the summer league, getting 13 and a half points, 10 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 2.6 steals, and 1.8 blocks. He will be a force during the regular season, and he'll do some great things with that young Detroit Pistons core, especially under Monty Williams. And like I said, if it's not a Soar, it's going to be Amen Thompson. Soar's going to do really, really, really good. And I feel like Victor Wembanyama is truly in for a rude awakening when he faces bigs like Rudy Gobert and Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic on offense. Even guys like Evan Mobley. Like I genuinely think that he's
Evan Mobley in scoring so
I
far. I don't know about that, bro.
defense.
Okay,
I
okay, yeah, I
genuinely
agree with
think
that.
that he's in for a rude awakening when he faces some of these bigs. It's like even Giannis and Bam Adebayo. Like I can't wait to see how they kill this young guy. But
Oh,
moving on to the second biggest award that I have written down, we have the Defensive Player of the Year. We got some more guards emerging as incredible defenders. We got a lot of bigs that are surprising us. We got some forwards. So what do we think is going to happen? Who do you have as DPOY?
so man, there's a lot of options for this. So there's Triple J, he'll always
Yeah,
be in there. I think Giannis will have go back to his normal defensive self and be in that convo.
yeah,
AD is runner up, but like amount of games, I don't know
yeah.
about
Like
that.
it's so. Wait, I have a question. Is the 60 game rule just for MVP or is that for all awards?
I'm not sure, but usually you have to play, even though there's no requirement, you usually play like a good amount
Yeah,
of the season. But my pick is Evan Mobley. That's my pick for DPOY.
Good pick.
That's my pick. Yeah, the Cavs are gonna be really good, and I think he's gonna make that next jump. So
yeah, I have Evan Mobley as a runner-up. If my guy doesn't win it, once again, call me biased all you want, but I have OG Anunoby winning that Defensive Player of the Year. Okay, I'm tired of sitting here and acting like he hasn't been Defensive Player of the Year caliber for the last 3 years, or at least first team all defense. But no, nah, he could get 3 steals a game and make second team all defense. But I feel like this year he's tired of being disrespected, and he's gonna truly come out and prove everyone wrong and show that he's actually DPOY material. All right. Like I said, for the past 3 years, he's been a top level defender. So he's going to overcome adversity, average 3 steals with a block and a half this year. I genuinely think that he could do it. But if not him, it's going to be Evan Mobley. I at least think he'll be in contention for
he was in contention to start the year.
Bro, but even to end the year though, but like here's the thing. The problem is it's hard to compete with a big that's getting 3 blocks a game.
Yeah. Bigs usually are going to most likely win the award.
Yeah. But I feel like my boy OG Anunoby could do it, and I feel like he'll resign with the Raptors. Maybe, please, like, God willing. Now moving off to the main, not main event, sorry, the main award of the season, the biggest one that there is, the most valuable player, MVP. Lots and lots of good talent, young talent, old talent. Middle-aged talent. We got some people that have won it before, people that can win it for the first time. What are we thinking, Jordan? Who you got for MVP?
All right, so let me start with the runner-ups. There's a good amount here. There's Jokic, who I feel like will be a runner-up because it's Jokic. I'm going to go with, if he plays games and if his team is good, I think AD could be a runner-up for MVP, especially if he's in the DPOY conversation too. The Lakers are top 3 seed. Okay. LeBron load manages and he plays like 65, 70 games. I feel like there'd be one. And another one for me is a Phoenix Sun, but it's not KD, it's Devin Booker. I feel like I feel like he's gonna load manage. KD's gonna be load managing. If the Suns could be a high seed with KD missing a lot of games, I feel like Devin Booker's in that combo. But my real MVP is Giannis. I feel like after what happened with the Bucks in the playoffs, I expect that team to be motivated. I expect him to be motivated. I expect him to be the first seed in the regular season and DPOY candidate and win a lot of games, and I feel like he'll be the MVP. So that is my pick.
That's valid. Okay. So my runner-ups, I feel like Jokic, of course.
Yeah.
Giannis is my second guy if my guy doesn't win it, because like I said, the stuff that he was saying in the interviews and he's barely been on social media. Like, it's going to be truly interesting. Paul George, as potential. I think that he could do some good things this year, especially if Kawhi Leonard gets hurt. My sleeper pick isn't Paul George, it's Anthony Edwards. I feel like he could do some crazy stuff. Super, super sleeper pick.
You know what? I like Minnesota. I liked a lot of the team, but they need to pack Cat out. Once they get rid of Cat, I'm telling you, that team, bro.
He's hurting them at this point, eh?
That team could be really good. I don't think people understand. Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, who's one of the best defenders in the league.
Yep.
Rudy Gobert. That defense could be fire.
Yeah.
You get a power forward who could switch, small forward, who could shoot too. That team could be really good. But as long as Cat's on the team, yeah, man, I don't know about all that, but it's a good pick though.
They tried to do a Twin Towers thing with Cat and Gobert, but it just didn't work. And I don't think Cat's ready to be a second option.
Yeah,
but he is. Anthony Edwards is better than you, bro. You're not the all-star you were anymore. I hate to tell you, but
man, hey, Dame to the Timberwolves, man. Dame to the Timberwolves, man.
Ooh,
I would. That's it. I know he wants to go to Miami, but him and Ant with that defense,
that'd be a disgusting backcourt.
Yeah. Hey, if I'm Dame, that's where I want to go. But
except I think that'd be lacking a little bit of playmaking.
Yeah, I mean. All right, man.
But for what they lose in what they lose in playmaking, they make up in shot creating with Dame and Anthony Edwards. So it's cool.
It's better than Cat. So,
but my MVP, if he could play 60 games, is LeBron James.
Oof.
I think this season is where LeBron James officially becomes the GOAT. And for me, what I keep saying for him to become the GOAT, because it's getting harder and harder to deny it, I said he either has to win a regular season MVP or another championship. It's one of the two. And I feel like if he does one more of them, he will become the GOAT. He doesn't have much longer in the league. I give him 5 years max. And I've been giving him 5 years for the past 3 years, by the way. These guys just
Yeah.
keep surprising me. But he could very well go out there, do something big, and he could very well go average a triple-double. If he truly wanted to, he could go out there and get 25, 10, and 10. And I feel like there's no denying it if he does something like that. Even if he goes out there, goes 37 and 7. Like that's crazy numbers. He just got to be efficient, and he's got to be above average defensively. And I feel like he can make the changes that he needs to do that. But knowing LeBron James, he very well might load manage and prepare himself for the playoffs, which is completely reasonable. So if it's not LeBron, it's gonna be Giannis.
This is an interesting pick. The only way I could see this happening somehow is if, let's say, AD gets hurt, right? And he carries the team to like some top 3 seed without AD for most of the year. He's averaging 28, 8, and 8 efficiently. I feel like that's the road. Like if someone gets hurt and he has to carry the team, I feel like, yeah, he can maybe win it that way.
And listen, bro, that's something that he could very well do, especially. And I feel like he'll be so much like better playmaking this year because even if AD is injured, he has guys like Christian Wood
That
under
team's
the rim.
better too. Yeah.
He has they signed another big. Who else did they sign?
Jackson Hayes.
Jackson Hayes. He has Jackson Hayes, young guy. What's then they have a guy from Miami. What's his name? Bro, why can't I remember? Vincent.
Vincent, yeah.
Gabe Vincent. Like they made a lot of good changes, giving themselves some efficiency, 3-point shooting. You got Austin Reeves there. Austin Reeves, sleeper pick for MVP. But we want to know.
This is interesting, man. That's an interesting pick, man.
I genuinely did some better research and picked some sleeper guys this year. But we want to know your picks for the awards. Let us know in the comments. I'll put polls up. I'll react to some of them because I know some of you are gonna have some outrageous stuff and say things like DeMar DeRozan. Okay, so listen, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, comment, share. Do all these things because that way we can get bigger than we already are and we can continue to provide this incredible content for you guys. Thank you guys so much for the support. If you're listening to our luscious voices on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, anywhere that you get your podcast, make sure to leave a 5-star review and leave a couple of nice comments for us. Do the polls that I set up for you guys. But that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day, evening, night, wherever y'all stay at. God bless and peace.